What's up, guys? Grant with the Noble Dogs, and I am talking about Dylan Blau with the Epic Dog Pros.
Social media allows for a relationship where you can, build something without ever meeting somebody. And ultimately, I mean, that's what I think social media is more about. It's actual networking.
So taking online relationships offline.
Yeah.
Now, when I first met Dylan, I was skeptical. I did not trust that guy for 1 second. But I watched a video and it talked about meeting people that you don't necessarily trust and making your own decision.
But no, I don't think people use social media the way that they should, or they're certainly not maximizing it.
I decided to do it with Dylan Blau. I asked him if he'd go out to lunch with me, and he accepted.
If you believe in social media, you have to use what it actually offers.
And he blew my freaking mind.
I call it missed potential income. Whatever you're doing right now, and I think you know it, you could be doing a few more things to be making a little bit more money.
He blew my freaking mind.
Once you start playing the game of I'm using it for business,
he blew my freaking mind.
And you understand that you can use your direct messages.
He blew my freaking mind. He taught me all of this stuff about business that I had never heard about, and I knew that that guy was light speed ahead of me with business in the dog training world.
So whether you go, I don't need to use social media, I don't need to make content because what I'm doing right now is working, awesome. Don't stop doing what you're doing. But all of this other stuff that you're not doing, it's called missed potential income, and you're missing out on all that potential.
So I met with Dylan and he invited me to his house, which was awesome. Showed me all the books that he was reading, which was really cool. I had a little reading list after that.
I think it gives you the platform to leave behind, hey, this is my footprint. This is what I brought to the table. Here's what it is.
We're going to be 100 looking back at our Instagrams.
I hope so.
Reckless.
I was reckless.
And he invited me to his group classes, which were insane. I'd never seen 50 trained dogs walking, performing. It's pretty incredible. So I knew that I needed to take note of that man's advice. I did, and I could not be happier.
You can take anybody and sell them into the benefit and the value of using social media without needing to understand how it works. I don't understand the mechanics of how my car works. I do understand that I can drive it.
I pretty much am trying to emulate as much of his business stuff that he's done, and it has saved my life pretty much.
It's that comfort level, but people get fearful. I don't know. We paid somebody before. How much? $2,000 was our budget for the whole year. That's why it didn't work, because you didn't do anything, So you just have to have the conversation with that belief because you've had the experience.
If you knew me before I met Dylan, I had this Gardner truck. It was black. It had the camper shell, some rust. Was not the best look over here in La Jolla.
And that's why my dog training programs are successful, is because from day one I go, oh, you want your dog trained? Awesome. How do you walk it? Yeah. Let's see what you do. All right, let me show you something. Now you do it.
But after meeting him and listening to him and adapting what he's taught me, check out the van that I was able to get. Pretty awesome. AC unit, solar panels, all that stuff.
Today at group class, a lady came. Her dog literally was freaking out. It's a 13-year-old dog barking. She's like having a panic attack. Took the dog in a second, did a little move, and the dog's healing, not barking. I'm walking it around. People are like, wow. Yeah. I go, this is the opening act. She's the main show. You come out here. Now you do it, because that's what matters.
And basically, I just tried to emulate Dylan's business model the best that I could. Still trying to learn a few more things, Dylan. So, don't be shy with that info, Dylan. Come on now.
It doesn't stop. So I think once you've gone from I'm working for somebody to I'm an entrepreneur, the fun just begins. And now it's just how much can you do in a day? How many people can you interact with? And it all comes through social media.
Yeah.
I meet everybody through Facebook or Instagram. Those are my two spots.
Yep.
But yeah, he's always been there for me. I can call him anytime. He answers. He's a shoulder to cry on. He's cool, man. He's helped me out a lot. So if you're skeptical about him, Meet them in person and make your own decision. And be epic or be average.
I started years ago learning from Ty Lopez, reading as many books as I can, bought 3 cell phones, was going live all the time. I mean, that's why I have 3 phones, is because he had a team of people following him around, and he just was doing stuff all day long.
You created your own team.
Created my own team the same way Grant.
Electronics.
Yeah, I mean, plain and simple, but that's grassroots. I grew my account to about 15K followers organically. I didn't pay for an ad. It was me following 100 people, unfollowing 100 people, knowing who I was supposed to follow, knowing, who I was supposed to like, knowing that if I followed somebody, it was like a digital handshake, and I knew that if I liked 20 of your photos, your phone was freaking vibrating, and you'd go, who just liked up? Oh wow, Cody Kearns just liked 20 of my. Who's he? Click. He's somebody. Follow. And now you're doing proper engagement. So, somebody who was, don't spend money on ads, organic engagement, grow your Instagram without paying $1. Now I pay you because there's value, and I know that. I mean, I could keep trying to grow to 100,000 organically, or I can do what you need to do, which is you have to make connections using social media to find where you don't have all the value. And even if what I'm doing works, there's also the 10X, right? Find 9 other things you could be doing to grow it. So yeah, I think it's pretty important that you actually kind of use the social media to make the connections so you can get a little bit faster with your results. Organic results, if they're slow, don't really do anything, so it's not important. I'd rather know, like, cool, like right now as we're talking, there's a promotion going on. Yeah. I know that my Instagram's getting engaged with people. Yeah. I know that people are seeing my stuff. Yeah. So the fact that I used to have to be on my phones, right? I mean, like, I went home for Thanksgiving. My parents thought I was crazy because this was me at Thanksgiving dinner. No, I have to follow 100 people right now. Hold on a second. Now I have to go to my other Instagram and follow another 100 people. Now all right, great, hold on, I gotta get the other phone. All right, now I gotta follow. I mean, like, it took over my life. Yeah. People respect me for that. They know that I work hard.
At the same time, like,
I'm not enjoying my life.
You're working hard, but dumb.
It is.
It's working hard, but working dumb.
It is. So you have to be willing to trust and take the risk of, maybe I don't need to do it all myself. Maybe there are people that know what they're doing. Like, okay, let's get past that. Yeah. Versus like being so stuck in the moment, which is why dog training is so similar, because it's, all right, great, like today's walk is going to stink. My dog's going to pull me, right? Okay, great. What are we going to do different on this walk to anticipate that it's going to pull and now prevent it? And then now it's a different experience. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to work through whatever's holding you back. And even if you're doing good and you're making $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, you could make more, right? And when I saw you invested in Cardo Invest, I'm like, all right, that's it. Can't deal with this. I'm like, I'm 33, seeing more and more people your age killing it. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten social media, like management and marketing, like I thought a couple of years ago, and got out of dog training. But I'm glad I was able to make it into dog training and go, I've made millions as a dog trainer. Like, I think people are okay with mediocrity, and I got some results, or I get a couple clients every month from Instagram. Well, how many could you really get? I was flown to South Carolina to train this YouTube celeb's dog. He goes, right before I flew out, you think we could train the dog to surf? I don't surf, and I've never trained a dog to surf, but I'm flying to see you. We'll do whatever you want. Yeah. The dog surfed within 5 days. We broke it down, put the surfboard in the pool, lifted it up, shook it around, got the dog to teach basic place. Then we put duct tape on the board. We problem solved until that dog surfed. And he's a very religious guy. And I said, this is an interesting conversation, because do you need to see to believe, or do you need to believe to see? And I think with being an entrepreneur, and why I love it, whether I lose a business partner, doesn't matter. You're always given the opportunity every day to believe in yourself. Like, I'm going to wake up today, I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to do this because I believe in myself, and I know that if I do action and I do more, I'm going to get a result. So I think that's where social media can come in, is you can really, share your story, and people relate to that. I think people know that they've been burned, they've had a bad experience, but doesn't mean you're not going to find the right person at some point.